Today's video is over topic 14 in Module 3 for Level 7-8 of Eureka Math. Exterior angles of triangles. This diagram here is showing parallel lines, and we are trying to figure out what the error is in Liam's thinking that x is equal to 58 degrees. He says equal to 58 degrees because 180 minus 122 is 58. Well, that is correct. That is not finding this angle right here. What Liam found was this angle. This angle is 58 degrees. Okay? So Liam found the supplementary angle, not the missing, not the angle that has a measure of x degrees. Okay, to find the angle that has x degrees, which is part B, okay, I would need to have 180, which is the measure of an angle of a triangle, minus the two other angles added together. So when I add those two angles together, I get 121 degrees. When I subtract that from 180, I get 59. Okay, so that angle is 59 degrees. X is 59. If you go back and look at this, we have x is 59 degrees. Okay. All three of these add up to 180. Okay. So we would have that 122 minus, or 180 minus 122 to give us 58. Add these together and subtract from 180 to give us x is 59. And since x is the measure of that angle is 59 degrees. Number 2, it asks us to draw an exterior angle adjacent to angle F. This just means next to. Okay. Inside the triangle are the interior angles. Okay. An exterior angle is going to be an extension. Okay. So we can consider this to be an exterior angle, or we could extend the line out this way, and this would be an exterior angle as well. Okay. Either one of these two would be classified as that exterior angle for angle F. The exterior angle is just outside, okay, and this is adjacent, so outside and next to angle F. Okay, both of these hit those qualities, so that would be our exterior angle. Okay. In the next question, we're going to identify the exterior angles of angle H, or of triangle HAT. Well, here is my triangle. Here are my interior angles. Well, if this interior angle, this line going out, forms an exterior angle. So the exterior angle here would be OHA. Okay. Right here we've got another exterior angle formed with HTA, which would be CTH. And this angle right here, angle HAT, we have another line extending out past, which would give us angle TAG. Those are your exterior angles. The exterior angles are the ones outside of the triangle, because exterior means outside, interior is inside. Okay. And we're going to use this information to answer part B on the next page. Okay. So part B tells us that HTA is 58. So HTA is 58 degrees. That THA, so THA is 86 degrees. We have to find the next four angles. Okay. So I've got to find HAT, GAT, OHA, and CTH. Well, HAT, H to A to T, so this one right here, this is the other interior angle of the triangle. Okay, so to find HAT, we would take 180 minus the sum of those other two angles, 58 plus 86. Well, that would give me 180 minus 144, which is 36 degrees. So HAT is 36 degrees. GAT is an exterior angle. Okay, and the exterior angles of triangles form a supplemental pair or supplementary angles, a straight line with that adjacent interior angle. Okay, so the exterior angle and its adjacent interior angle, okay, add up to 180. Okay. So in this case, if I wanted to find GAT, I would say that GAT plus 36 equals 180. So to figure out GAT, I would subtract 36 from 180, which gives me 144. Okay. So your exterior and adjacent interior angles are supplementary. So for OHA, this angle makes a supplemental pair with THA. Okay, so together they equal 180. So I would take 180 minus this angle, which is 86, and that gives me a measurement of 94 degrees. So this is 94. And our last exterior angle, okay, makes a supplemental pair with 58 degrees. So 180 minus 58, which would give us 122. So here's what to remember. Inside of a triangle adds up to 180. The exterior angle of a triangle and its adjacent interior angle add up to 180 degrees. They make a supplemental pair. Okay. Look at questions 4 and 5 next. Okay. We have remote interior angles is the name of this section, because it's talking about the inside angles that are opposite of the exterior angle. Okay. When we're looking at finding this, okay, if we're going to try to find x, we would probably look at trying to see, what is angle HAT? Well, from our previous knowledge, we know that these two angles make a supplemental pair. So 180 minus 144 equals 36. And if I said that that's 36, well, then to figure out what x would be, I would say 180 minus 58 plus 36. And 58 plus 36, okay, gives me 94, which tells me 86 degrees. So x here, x equals 86. Well, if this is 86 degrees, okay, that means we've added these up to equal 180. Here's something that we can also look at. Okay. 86 plus 58. If I add 86 plus 58, that equals 144. So these two angles together right here are 144 degrees. So is that exterior angle. The reason we're bringing up remote interior angles here is because the interior angles that are opposite of the exterior angle that we're given are equal. So if I add the two angles, the two interior angles that are opposite of the exterior angle, they will be equal to each other. Okay? So if we look at number 5 with that information, hey, that's what that is saying is that these two added together, 86 plus y, would equal 122. So I would subtract 86 from both sides, which would give me an answer of y equals 36. And if we look, these are the same these are the same figures. We got an answer of 36 for y, which is correct. Okay. So remote interior angles are the angles opposite the exterior angle. The two remote interior angles are equal to that exterior angle. Okay. Here's how this works with this. Okay? I know that angle 3 and angle 4 are a supplemental pair. So angle 3 plus angle 4 equals 180 degrees. I know that the three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. I also know that if two things equal the same amount, then those two expressions, those two things are equal to each other. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Well, if we notice, we have angle 3 on both of these. So if we were solving an equation, okay, the angle 3's would cancel each other out, which would leave us with angle 1 plus angle 2 equals angle 4. Well, angle 1 and 2 are these remote interior angles, which equal the exterior angle. Okay. So for question 7, it wants us to use our information that we've just found to find the measure of x. Well, we know that the two interior angles added together equal the exterior angle. So to solve for x, we would subtract 63 from both sides, which would give us 59 degrees. Instead of having to find this angle and then add these together and subtract from 180 to get this, we just know that, hey, add these two together, make them equal to this. Sometimes the variable is going to be here, sometimes it'll be just the variable, sometimes the variable might be here. Okay? We're using those exterior angles with those remote interior angles to just add and subtract. Okay? Important piece to remember. Outside angle equals the two opposite inside angles. Got to remember that. Okay. For 8 through 13, we've got these 4 questions here, and then 2 more on the next page. So we have to figure out what x is. Okay. Well, I know that the exterior angle is equivalent to the two interior angles. So I could just say x is equivalent to 80 plus 41. Okay. Exterior is equal to the two remote interior, which tells me that x equals 121. Number 9, I'm not just adding them together and making them equal to x because we did it here. The reason we did it in number 8 is because x was that exterior angle. And this time, x is an interior angle. So I have 128 plus x. The two interior angles equal that exterior angle. Well, I subtract to solve and get 29 degrees. Some of these are going to be fairly simple. Some of these are going to be a little bit more of a complicated process. Okay. For instance, number 10. Now I have this exterior angle is an expression that I have to solve for x. I still know that I have these two angles, 72 plus 63, that I need to combine first. Okay. So I'm combining those two. 8x plus 75 equals 135. Subtract 75 from both sides to get 8x equals 60. To solve for x, I need to do the opposite, which is divide by the coefficient. Which tells me x equals 7.5. Again, set your exterior angle equal to your two interior angles. And then solve for x like you would on a normal equation. Number 11, what's my exterior angle? 101. What are my interior angles? 4x plus 7 and 42. Add those like terms together. Subtract. 4x equals 52. Divide by 4 to solve for x, and we get x equals 13. Okay. So x equals 13. Again, outside angle is equal to the two opposite inside angles. Last two questions here. Number 12, it has some things set up to try to get you to think way too hard. Looking at those two angles. Okay. They are both outside the parallel lines on opposite sides of a transversal. These are alternate exterior angles. So very simply, x is just equal to 76. I know that alternate interior angles are congruent. So these two are equal, so that makes this 76 as well. Okay. 13 is a little more complicated. We're going to extend this transversal. It even tells us to do that. Okay, extend this. Okay. By looking at my parallel lines, okay, and my transversal, I'm not worried about this right here. Okay. I know that 41 degrees also is 41 degrees here. Okay. So I have one angle of my triangle. Now, I have x, which I'm trying to find, which is an exterior angle, which means this plus this equals x. So x equals 41 plus something. Well, in order to find that something, we can use this angle of 140 degrees. And I know that an exterior angle and an adjacent interior angle add up to 180. So if I take 180 and subtract that exterior angle, I get 40 degrees. So if this is 41 and this is 40, I'm going to take my exterior angle and it's going to equal the two interior angles. Well, I just add 41 plus 40 and get 81. Sometimes you're going to have to look at not just, oh, hey, there's one thing to do. There's multiple steps here to do. In this case, oh, alternate interior angles. Hey, I know this is a supplemental pair, so I can use my x as an exterior angle and add those two angles together to get the measure of x.